Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Kissy. So, it's been a little bit busy. Hold on, before I do that, I'm trying to get set up here, so don't mind me. Ay, I'm gonna burn the damn place down. Hold on. Yikes. I gotta get through this. Why does the sun keep coming out? My goodness. That flame was okay, so huge flame. That's definitely symbolic, folks. I posted some information, Carl Jung information, just a small excerpt of the intuitive, the INFJs basically. Okay, so if you're an INFJ, you might want to listen to that because the INFJs are considered the world seers. The world dreamers, the world dreamers. And what's interesting is I never wanted to let myself get influenced by the outside world. Meaning, once I started my journey that I knew I was getting insight from spirit, when I felt that connection within myself, it was like you first go outside of yourself and you seek out information that resonates. You seek out information to answer your internal questions. You're like, what are my origins? Why do I exist? What's the purpose of humanity? Like, when these are your desires to understand, to know, to connect to a higher power, to know God within yourself, that leads you through a path, and that path is going to show you things, and you have to learn to say, oh, like somebody can show you the map, but you have to trust that you know how to read it. And the problem is, you can go years deferring your power to another and being like, oh, they're the guru, or they're the source, or they're the ones that know, or they know better than me because they're older, because they're, they come from this, or they were trained over there. Whatever that is, it comes across as, yes, those things are positives, but there's a difference between being informed and having information versus being in tune and understanding the information you receive. So I think that the INFJ's gift, once they understand, oh, this is how I operate, like when they can step outside of themselves and see how they operate, it's like learning how to use when I took my trip to Florida could be significant, folks. Remember, please, every conversation I have is not to imbue the conversation with conversations of me, because it's not about me. It's about the experiences that come through me are messages as well. So I share them with you openly, lovingly, and hoping that instead of it being received with the ego, it is received through the soul and understood through the soul. Alright, so see, I lost my train of thought. This is why I don't explain myself, because the minute I start explaining myself, I forget what I was actually talking about. It's like spirit's like, bye, I'm checking out. I'll come back when you're ready to stop explaining yourself. I'll come back when you're ready to shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up and listen. Alright, stop it. I hear you. Alright, I'm back. I'm listening. Let me tune in. First, let me sing. Hold on. That's how I tune in. I gotta sing. I could see you with my kid. Girl, you make a thug wanna get a legal gig. We spend our lonely nights. What? Got respect for you, honey. What? You come second to my money? Not just me. That you really care a lot for me. Wanna see you happy even if it's not with me. Oh my. Hold on. Tell me what you want from me. Take a look at what you see. Let me know if this right here is something you can have for years. Oh my goodness. Alright. That was a message too, but where were we, folks? Trusting the voice. Okay, it's more powerful to trust that inner voice, to know your own voice, to know that your spirit is speaking to you. When you know your spirit's voice within you. And some will say, if you're the one speaking, if those are your thoughts, then who's listening? Well, damn it. Both. I'm the listener and I'm the speaker. De pinga. Why do I say it that way? Because, like, they try to make you feel like, spiritually speaking, like, well, that's true. If I hear voices in my head and they're not me, then you disidentify with the voice in you. And then you're like, I'm just a listener. So to be the spirit that I am, I'm supposed to just sit there and listen. But as if my spirit cannot speak. Bullshit. My spirit speaks loud, real loud, so loud, it's heard across time and space. And that's a fact. Not a wish, not a dream, not an illusion, not a fantasy, not an idea that I just want to throw out there, not an affirmation. How some would assume, oh, you're just trying to make yourself believe. No, mother. Trust me, yes, you have to believe for a long time in faith without really knowing. For you to be gifted the gift of knowing, motherfuckers. Let me stop. I'm not being mean to my audience. I'm like speaking to that naysayer voice on the side, that would create a narrative of insecurity, or a narrative that makes one feel insecure or unsure or uncertain of who they are. How dare they? How dare they? Oh my. I'm sorry, Michael. Put this right there for you, I was gonna say my son. What the hell? Does somebody have a son named Michael? Alright, no, let's put this here. Together we drifted apart. Alright. Here you are by my side. Now, why are these cards out here? Same conversation. It was about that voice within us. Yes, that voice within you may not speak loud or even external. It doesn't speak in the world out loud all the time. But that resonance that you feel with the spirit, the hermit here, Virgo, could be significant for you. That hermit is that wise teacher within you. Speaks telepathically to you, speaks in your mind, in your own voice. But you have to learn to discern when that's the voice of wisdom and reason, and not the voice of your own personal self that wants what it wants. And sometimes when the personal self that wants what it wants may deny this voice, may shut down this voice, may close down this voice, simply because it doesn't want to hear an ugly truth. And sometimes that ugly truth is scary. Sometimes that ugly truth is so painfully rejectful that It's hard to face, it's hard to look at, it's hard to deal with, it's hard to see it and be like, how did I not see that? How did I not realize that? I know how painful that is. It makes me want to cry. Not for myself, but for those that didn't trust that voice for so long and now find themselves in situations that are challenging, that feel hopeless because so much time has passed, or so much has occurred since, or so much could have been prevented, or so much could have been avoided, or so much could have been not experienced, to preserve the purity of love. In essence, that's what it is. It's the purity of love and truth that we want, that we resent or regret or feel pain about when we find it so far removed from our reality, because we think I shoulda, coulda, woulda, but didn't. And so we have the energy of the King of Cups. This is water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Could be very much intuitively picking up on this voice within themselves. They're silencing communication from the outside. They're waiting for spirit to come through. Hold on. Looking like I can't go. Damn it, spirit. I want to sing it the way I can sing it. But I have to whisper. And my whisper voice doesn't come out right. Somebody wants to show you the shape of their heart. And I was going to sing that for you, but Spirit said, tune it out, tune it out. I'm sorry, folks. This is how I speak into my soul, okay? Take it as you will. So Spirit is going to come through. And you may confront Spirit, and with a lot of passion. Please don't look at this as you're going to go head to head with Spirit. This looks more to me like I'm very passionate in meeting you. I'm very passionate in seeing you. It's like we're in the same team. This is a Knight of Wands here. We have Cancer energy, like with the King of Cups. Could be a Cancer because we have the Chariot. Tuning out the air signs. Aries. I'm sorry. Oops, I said Aries. But tuning out Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius energies. Tuning out the mind chatter. If not the mind chatter, the gossip. Tuning out the people, the people's ideas, people's thoughts. Focused on their emotion, listening to the hermit within. Tuning into the body. I'm looking back on things I have done. I never wanna play the same old part. Keep you in the dark. Now let me show you the shape of my heart. Looking back on the things I've done. I was trying to be someone. I played my part. It's so sad to me. Kept you in the dark. Now let me show you the shape of my heart. And this person was just trying to be someone. They were playing their part. So I guess that might be the truth you have to confront. Show you the shape. You may have given up on a victory, on some kind of abundance that belong to you, some kind of leadership position or some kind of victory or success, and you may have let it go for this. I feel like you let it go to confront spirit, to confront, maybe not, I know I sound antagonistic when I say confront spirit, but I think for some it's been a challenge to face their higher self, or to acknowledge their higher self, or to see and just the acknowledgement. I see you, I know you're real. Can you imagine being faced with your higher self, having the vision to see your spirit charging towards you? Like, I'm your protector. I'm here to be with you. I am your ally. No doubt. Player. What? Player. Okay. I forgot how the words go. Backstreet? No, Blackstreet. I was just listening to Backstreet Boys, and this is Blackstreet, he said. This is Dr. Dre. Gonna get down, good Lord, baby got over town. Hold on. Getting paid is a forte each and every day. Can't get her out of my mind. I think about the girl all the time. East side to the west side. She got tricks in the stash. Fast when it comes to the gas. Girl, you're perfect and I wanna get in. I like the way you work it. Go, oh, no diggity. Like, I got to bag it up. I like the way you work it. I got to bag it up. Alright, Spirit, I'm not playing around here. Jesus. Spirit gets very frustrated sometimes with me because apparently I'm a little bit of clownish in my physical form, you know? I can come across, in my Aries ways. Very juvenile, very distracted, very, ADHD. I know. But I'm not like that at all in real life, like on the inside. This is me more on the inside, the Virgo energy. And I think that's the part that makes me not very fun to many when I do this kind of work, because they're confused by, they can't take it very serious when I come across I'm playing with toys here, alerts. So when you have this kind of energy, like, oh, let's play a game, it's like, oh, she's just playing around. But then the message is serious, and sometimes they don't want to see the message. They're unwilling to confront that spirit. That fire they're not very passionate about the truth, or about tuning in truly to the heart, and tuning out the mind and the chaos of the mind. So I'm trying to figure out why this card here, Mercury and Taurus, you may have felt left out from an organization that shunned on the ideas you provided. They didn't value. You guys did not have the same shared values. They saw you as needing them, or they saw you as seeking them out. Like if you were poor, that could be poor of spirit, poor of wisdom, poor of intellect, poor of anything. anything. They may have just seen you in some way less than and X'd you out. And perhaps that's the victory you let go of, like either trying to convince people of who you are, or the victory of trying to help people out of this state. The true state of poverty is a spiritual thing, and you can see that, so you don't have that problem. I feel like for some of you, you just your values are very different. It's not to say that you don't that you cannot appreciate material wealth or appreciate material things. Is that that's not where you place your emphasis in terms of how you feel secure in yourself. Your security does not come from the material realm. Your security comes from this knowing, from this connection, from this dynamic, knowing that nothing can take this connection away. Nothing can keep you from tuning in. That you know that you have the discipline to keep the thoughts away that keep you from hearing what your higher self has to say to you. So that was the beginning of the reading. This is kind of like when I first sat down. These cards and those and that audio, the Carl Jung audio that I put, was the main message from Spirit today. Also, I'm using different cards for the message. I feel like you're no longer waiting for something outside of you to make you feel like yourself, or to make you feel like you value, like you're important, or like, hey, look at me, look at me. It's like, okay, good, whatever, whatever's coming, I'm still me. I'm not moving from this position. I'm not changing who I am based on who's showing up or what's showing up. I feel like you've lost faith in a certain idea or a certain like dream to come to pass. I know that sounds morbid and kind of like hopeless, but I feel like you can't trust. Why can't you trust? You cannot trust this for some reason. Why is the intuition in reverse? Why is the High Priestess in reverse? It's the communication of the people that you're surrounded by. So maybe it's not you that doesn't trust. Maybe the influence of the lack of faith of those around you is affecting how you perceive what's coming for you. What's coming for you is great, it's big, it's stable, stabilizing, and inspired. It's like steady flow of creativity. But there's a lack of faith that's affecting your intuition about it, and it could be to do with this Three of Cups, this Cancerian energy, but it's in Mercury and Cancer energy. So other people's thoughts about how they feel, or other people's feelings that you're picking up on, how they think about it, they're not very much in faith or very much trusting their own intuition. That can influence you. So you gotta be mindful of how other people's, because it's keeping this dream away from you. The dream of true love, the dream of true happiness, the dream of creating and I know this is gonna sound overly optimistic, but the dream of the ideal family. But it's the ideal family for you. We're not speaking perfection here, but you do have a dream. Maybe you have that dream of the perfect, perfect life with the perfect family, the perfect, how they say 2.5 children and a picket fence, and that kind of like dream life. It's a dream life of your own making, right? For you, it could just be the people you love, being surrounded by the people you love, having contentment, having, having your dreams fulfilled, being able to live like the life that you're doing, the things that you love, really feeling fulfilled in the actions you take, feeling fulfilled that you're taking actions towards your dreams, that doesn't stop because you age, that doesn't stop because you move, that doesn't stop because people are not there, that doesn't stop. Like, building your dreams or moving towards your dreams or being inspired by your dreams, it's a gift that we're given. But if you're surrounded by people that are faithless and are kind of like eroding in your intuitive knowing because they deny it, or because they reject it, or because they assess it, however you want to put it, that whenever that voice comes through you, it's dismissed or disregarded as insignificant. That's not a reality that is based on truth. That's a reality based on the distortion. The distortion is that what you have to say is irrelevant or meaningless or insignificant. If you have to say it, there's relevance to it. So I think like you're taking authority and power into your own hands when it comes to manifesting your creative vision. I feel like it's difficult to, maybe your vision, your creative vision felt so big that it feels like it requires actual others, right? Physically engaging with others, physically interacting with others, connecting creatively with others. Maybe you're taking a look at that and wondering, that could have just created a nightmare for you. That could have created a reality of like I put my video, was it 2 days ago or whatever, the Clash of the Titans, feeling like everybody wants to be in charge, everybody wants their idea to be more important than the other. People that are insensitive to other people's needs, people that don't really care about what other people want and what other people need. They don't care to bust your bubble or burst your bubble if it means that they can walk away without responsibility of how they make you feel. This is an Empress in reverse energy. See, there's a difference between being honest and truthful about how you feel, having your boundaries, versus trying to impose your boundaries on another. And I feel like this is people trying to impose their boundaries on you. So it's like, hey, I'm willing to take power into my hands to make this turn around, to create this dream, to create this vision, this work that is going to be successful, this work that is going to feel inspired and beautiful. But because you're no longer afraid, you're no longer worried about what they think or what your actions are going to make them think. These people don't give a shit anyway. These people are not in tuned, or they're not open to whatever you're passionate about. They're not even turned on. And I'm not talking about sexually turned on. I'm talking about they're not turned on. They're turned off for whatever their own reasons. These people, they are either stuck in their own head. They can't see beyond their own illusions, and they would quicker want to escape the responsibility of facing you emotionally, because they're always on something new. They want to go on something new. And some can say, well, Kissy, you sound like you want to go and do something new yourself, Yes, there's a difference between walking away from what no longer serves you and go to a higher purpose, and the difference in comparison to someone that walks away without trying to address whatever issues they're walking away from. You don't walk away from connections, emotions, without there being a resolution. You know what I mean? Like, without there being some kind of closure, without you saying, this is why I'm leaving, or, you know what I mean? Like, a real conversation. A real conversation. Not that fake shit. Oh, I don't know. I'm just confused. Or I don't really know what I need. Or, you know, playing the blame game. When in reality, stop using this shit as an excuse to walk away without cleaning your mess, the mess that you left behind. You leave a mess behind and you think you're going to have a new beginning. You're going to live in your head the rest of your life in an illusion. This is an Empress in reverse, someone that's supposed to nurture and love you and care about you. Yet, what they're doing is they're not letting you grow past your own phase because they can't manifest. So whenever they cannot grow with you because they're unwilling to grow with you, because you're challenging them to be this Empress, you're challenging them to be true to who they are, to actually stand on it, to actually be this person, but they want to run from without addressing what they're leaving, what they want to leave behind. No, you can't. You can't do that. Nope. Address it. Be real. Be honest about how you feel. Ooh, you're like the sun, chasing all of the rain away. When you come around, you bring brighter days. You're the perfect one for me, and you forever will be. And I will love you so, for always. I think this is what's coming. I will love you so for always. Because you see, this is a card that was at the end. And forever, it will be you and me. See, we got Virgo again. We have the sun, so we have a Virgo and a Leo energy. Or this Virgo is going to make you very happy. Ooh, you're like the sun. I can't go that high right now. When you come around. Who said that? When you come around, you bring brighter days. And when I said I can't go that high right now, that Empress in reverse could be a Pisces. Could be a Taurus. It could be a water sign. I said Pisces. Cancer, Scorpio. Yeah, a lot of water signs. Taurus. Alright, anywho, is there anything else I need to say, Spirit? Is there anything else I need to address? Somebody said, fix that pothole. Pothole? Jesus Christ. Potholes in the streets? I mean, is it literal pothole, or is this like a metaphor that I'm supposed to figure out now? Fix that pothole? Which pothole? Pothole. Destiny? Destiny. Oh, le mole. Destiny, and this is what I saw, the King of Coins. Oh my. What is this that I'm listening to right now? Oh my. El primer beso, the first kiss. Oh. I love this. Andrea Bocelli. The first kiss that you gave me. It was sun and moon for me. And y mi cariño se resiste a no estar cerca. So it's like he resists loving you. You marked him. Oh my. Alright, spirit. I just saw obsession with the devil energy. This man could be very obsessed about. This could be your destiny, divine feminine. Your destiny is this King of Pentacles that's obsessed with you. They're whatever had them mentally out of ease, they're coming out of it. They're about to start a new phase, and I think it has to do with this awareness that they have become aware of their higher self. I think they realized that they had a karmic energy that they were attached to. That karmic energy could have been, it could be what they're focused on. They're being made aware. It has something to do with the first kiss that you gave them. You could have been very passionate, even if it wasn't an actual kiss. It could have been like your first passionate encounter, your first admission of attraction. You came across pretty strongly. Okay, we have the Queen of Wands here. Made this King of Pentacles feel out of control, out of his rhythm. Made him feel young. Made him feel... I feel like he lost sight of his own purpose, falling into this connection with you. Oof. You made him see a truth about his purpose, or about what he was doing creatively with his energy, and it set him on the right track. He's moved slowly, patiently, but he's making moves. Baby, if you give it to me, I'll give it to you. I know what you want, you know I got it. Baby, if you give it to me, I'll give it to you. As long as you want, you know I got it. I'll give it to you as long as you want, you know I got it. Baby, if you give it to me, I'll give it to you as long as you want. Been together for a few years, shed a few tears. Oh, I'm always on the road, hardly ever home. You walk around frustrated because of what you tolerated. I do this for us. You stuck with me through my whole struggle. I can't tell you how much the kid loves you. We don't sex every day, but when we do, we laugh and relax for the day. Oh my. Could be that, again, there's that Leo energy. I'm getting either this King of Pentacles is extremely happy, or this King of Pentacles is very resourceful, very powerful, very strong. Very high vibrational. They let go of a group that they were connected to. He never meant to put 1,000 pounds of stress on you. And it had to do with a Palace of Swords, a group, a connection that he was attached to. Could have been a technologies, something to do with technologies. There was some third-party situation that was attached to this masculine that was putting a massive burden on you. So now they want to give it to you. They know what you want. Baby, if you give it to me, I'll give it to you as long as you want. You might be thinking, and remember we talked about that illusion of the surrounding faithless folks? Yes, you know I'll die for you, and you know I'll ride with you. I will always try with you, and give you my love and cry with you. Cause this is what your love is supposed to be. Oh my. This is giving the impression that this person let go of the karmics that they were attached to. They know that you're growing, I guess, bored of that illusion, because you did invest a lot, and this person did not bring the truth to you. It's like they stayed a distance. Baby, if you give it to me, I'll give it to you as long as you want. You know I got it. Give what? What exactly do you want to give? The truth about why they didn't have faith, why they were restless or bored, or the truth about maybe why you feel faithless or restless and bored in this situation. Oh my God, this person wants to give you a home, a legacy, a destiny, a real purposeful living, a house in the woods, a cabin in the woods. These are just things that popped up, so it doesn't have to specifically be those things, but I'm getting like this person wants to do things with you that are natural. They want to be more in sync with you in real time, they want to materialize. Why do I feel like I had like a very I just realized I had a very mystical experience in dream state that's coming through, but it's like a vague memory popping through. Okay. Spirit's like, don't share that. Not now. Okay. Yeah. We're not gonna go into that dream. Let's not create an illusion. Okay. Alright. Dancing real close. You're dancing real close, real slow. You're making it hard for me. All the songs on you requested. You're dancing like you're naked. Ooh, it's almost like we're sexing. Yeah, boo, I like it. No, I can't deny it, but I know you can tell I'm excited. Oh, girl. Oh, step back. You're dancing kind of close. Feel a little bulge. Feel a bulge coming through on you. Girl, I know you felt it. This is what that mystical experience could have been about last night in dream state. Very sexual in nature. Very exciting. Try, but I can't fight it. He tries, but he can't fight it. Oh, this could be an Aries or a Libra. Actually, this is Libra energy. Libra, Gemini, Cancer. This person wants you bad sexually. Now, remember, we're talking about this King of Pentacles energy. They could have Libra in their chart. They could have Gemini in their chart, or Cancer. Or this person is trying to balance something out in regards to their, because of where they're surrounded, they might create a home outside of where they are now, based on their home being not their ideal, not their dream home. Or maybe they want a home that's more private, or they want to be more private when it comes to their home now. Private from work, private from their work connections perhaps, but they're not talking about it yet. They might want to move. Could be long distance. I mean, could just be out of their state, out of their neighborhood, but I feel like they want to end that cycle in that space. Like they're realizing, they're very aware of the influence of where they are and how it impacts their value. They're like learning about it, they're studying, they're feeling it out, how it makes them feel. They're realizing how it affects how they feel. I'm getting this person was affected maybe in how they communicated based on that kind of environment. So they broke ties because they know that their values are not the same. They don't share the same dream with the people that surround them. They could have been dealing with an Aries in reverse. They could have had a partnership with a very hostile energy. And that's coming to the surface to be evaluated, to be analyzed, because they want to put an end to that. They want to return to a position where they're in charge, or where they feel in control of their feelings. They feel out of control with their feelings. And this could be maybe a karmic partnership that makes them feel very volatile, and they're trying to conceal that, or they're trying to keep it within the home. This is a karmic relationship, a karmic partnership. Wreaks havoc. And so that's what they're trying to break ties with, because it's not working. Or it affects their work, or it affects their sex life, or it affects their relationships, like with the people that they love. This person doesn't, or the person that they're dealing with is not somebody that cares to understand themselves or communicate effectively. Could be an Aquarius in reverse, or someone that, when I say Aquarius in reverse, it could be like the opposite of Aquarius, somebody that is not free, somebody that's very not rebellious, somebody that doesn't take a stand. This person could just be really, really passive aggressive, or somebody that's very closed up when it comes to how they express their love. So we'll leave it at that, folks. I felt I had to share that message. I don't know if all of those energies were the same person. I'm just sharing different dynamics, different storylines even, and different situations that may be occurring. So take the energies as you will. I'll come back soon. Take care.